all subscribe. Yeah, we all subscribe.
There we go. It started. Hey, we're not as excited as last episode. We're not like,
Oh, we can
"Hey!"
always try it again. Wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, there we go. That's a little bit better.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another episode of Monday Moanings. I am the Fat Rat Man. I'm the host for today. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Chef and Emmy. Welcome in, guys. And we have our
Hello.
special guest, Mum Cozy Games. Welcome in, guys.
Oh, hello, Cozy.
Hi.
How are we all? You all good?
I am good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so lovely to talk to you guys, like, via
Oh.
cabs.
At last.
Yes.
It's fine.
It's like
How's
a face
everybody's
to the
day
name,
been?
finally.
Yeah, finally. How's everybody's day been? We all been good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I smell like crabs. I've just been crabbing, and yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it
It's a
says as
lovely
he's
thing to
sniffing
smell
his
like.
fingers, just like
Yeah.
crabs.
Crabs.
Lucky.
So, Cozy, do you want to tell us a little bit about your streaming, about what you do and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So, basically, yeah, I too am somewhat of a streamer, but not like you guys. Unfortunately, I do not have much of a schedule because of the baby, but every now and then, I do get back to it. But yeah, I do strive to be like you, all of you. Currently with the baby and everything, she's hitting the milestones real quick, and I'm acclimating to that, so to speak. But yeah, I started, I think April, to stream. First off, I was streaming on Twitch, but then I got access to TikTok, and then I was streaming also on TikTok. Initially, I was doing mostly RPG, but then for the lulz, I started streaming the visual novels. And because people told me that I had somewhat a soothing voice and funny laughter, and I find myself having such an amazing time there. So I kind of just stuck with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Literally the whole history of my streaming career.
My favorite when I came in, you were streaming. I can't remember what the game was called, but the Backdorian.
Oh my
And you were
god.
dating Front Dorian and Bed, and that was so funny. It was like,
Yeah.
just the name Backdorian got me really well.
Backdorian.
Yeah.
Backdorian.
So about that game, you do not understand, first of all, the magnitude of the importance that game had, because it does contain several really important voice actors. For example, Astarion from Baldur's Gate, he is actually Dorian. Then you have Verso as well, and also Verso from Expedition 33. I don't know if you guys played that one yet.
Played that
I've
one,
seen
yeah.
people play it.
Yeah. Verso, for example. But yeah, that game is a visual novel, and I don't want to go too much into that. Whoever is bored of the concept or not interested, but I really did play in 2016 or something Mystic Messenger when it first came out, and it was literally an I Will Die on This Hill, the origin, the initial spark of the visual novel games, because initially all of the visual novels were mostly, well, good ones, not the indie ones that we have. They were mostly available on PS Vita, and also mostly by Japanese companies, and very rarely translated. So I was really glad to see such amazing voice actors on that particular game. So that means genre is expanding and having more importance.
It's always good when a genre does get bigger and expands and stuff.
Yeah.
So what topic have you picked for today?
I have picked, well, a really broad topic. Basically, what the art of writing a good character, and basically
Okay.
a good character writing versus a bad character writing. So what I would like to ask you guys, firstly, what is your favorite character and why is that?
In gaming or in general?
Wherever you would
Oh
like.
God.
Oh, so mine's gonna be the obvious because I'm a massive Tolkien fan. It's Samwise Gamgee because he was like the best friend and he was the one that kept Frodo going. And even Tolkien himself said he's the best out of all of them and he's the true hero because without him, Frodo would have failed.
Mm.
And I think he's just really well written as a not just a sidekick, but a best friend and someone who has to keep the main character going.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So you value his effect on the main character.
Yes, on the
Okay.
story and the
Yes.
main character.
Like
Yeah,
R2D2.
Yes. Yes.
R2 was
Not Jar
amazing
Jar
as well. Yeah,
Binks. You're not going to say Jar Jar Binks?
Well, R2D2 is a character, and he's pretty good. You
yeah.
can, in terms of
Oh.
development, you see him throughout the movies getting better and helping a lot more.
Sticking his little thingy in every hole he finds.
What
Can't
about
do the
you,
whistles.
Amy?
Hey, you're going to have to come back to me on this because this is a hard choice.
It's always coming back to you, isn't it? Always
Oh,
coming
no.
back.
I find
Pick
with
on your favourite character is going to be hard.
for gaming though, for me, like nobody likes this character, but he's well written, and it's Micah from RDR2. He's so
Mhm.
well written and so well acted that everybody hates him because he was written to be the knobhead and be the bad guy. Yeah, and I find that's really good when you get things like Game of Thrones characters when it was actually a decent thing to watch.
Mm.
Like Joffrey, the guy acted that so well
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
everyone hated him in the end
Yes.
because and they'd be
Yes.
like, you find it to be really good. Like you just, oh god, who was that movie character that had the same effect? Can't remember now.
It's okay. That's
um,
okay.
it was like people would hate them because they done so well at that job. Like they
Mm.
acted it well, people wrote it well, and then you can't. People will just see this character, this actor, and think of that character.
Of course.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
Okay, I get that. I
yeah.
understand that. Okay, so for you, most important things would be, the impact on the others. What was the second one? The how well do
Impact on
they
the
do?
story.
How well do they do
Yeah,
their job?
yeah.
The emotional impact that they give to you and how memorable they are.
Hmm.
Those are pretty much
Yeah,
the trifecta for you. Okay. And what about
they
you,
are.
Chef?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of great characters, isn't there? Really, it's hard to pick from one. It's like kind of saying,
Yeah.
"What's your favorite game?" or
Mhm.
That's
who's your favorite
understandable.
band?" kind of thing.
That's
I
understandable.
Yeah.
like Snape from the Harry Potter series,
What stands
like the
out?
series films.
What stands out to you?
It's just the way he was written, wasn't it? So like you can see his character develop over time because obviously before what was the film called? Before the Half Blood Prince came out, obviously you had all those films running up to like his development as the character, and you don't understand like why he treats Harry the way he does, but then obviously it all comes to like after the film, because you kind of get involved in his past a lot more. But that's just from the book, the films. The books have way more detail, which goes into it a lot more. But yeah, why do I feel so awkward?
No, that's okay. That's okay because it is
I'm
an
trying to
art.
explain it.
It is an art. It's really something that you can't really put into words, but there is, I think, a formula. Well, not a formula, but I think that one of the most important things for the character, obviously, that I want to just say it. Considering the genre, considering everyone's personal tastes, there obviously won't be a single character that will suit everyone, right? And sometimes the most hateful character, obviously Micah, for example, a lot of people will hate him. However, a lot of people will say he is good written character, and he does give you a visceral reaction. So a good character, but hey, you hate him. For me, one of the best written characters would be the from the Disney. What's it called? Notre Dame, but the priest.
Frollo.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Frollo. Yeah,
He's my
yeah, yeah.
favourite.
He
Yeah.
is,
Hellfire is one of the best songs ever.
yes, but he's a terrifying villain. A
Mhm,
terrifying
yeah.
villain. Absolutely terrifying. And
Mhm.
the best for me would be Kratos, for example. Well, on the other side of I mean, in the games, it would be
Mhm.
Kratos because of his development. It's amazing. I did see a lot of who was it? The developer, I think. He was criticizing basically how Kratos were he wasn't as tough as he was supposed to be now that he has stepped into this fraternal character. But then again, I feel like it's just a normal arc, a normal progression of things. He will not always be this furious creature driven by anger and revenge. People need to grow. And that is why I feel that Kratos is one of the best characters, because you obviously see him from the beginning. I was a child. I remember playing that game. I was horrible at it. but I do remember some of the scenes, and they really left impact on me. His wife, etc. But later on, you see him kind of trying to get that redemption through the child, through his child, and also just his effect on everyone he meets. It's very, I'm sorry, my English is not the best
Oh, you're
sometimes.
fine.
Don't worry
It's
about it.
No,
great.
Go
it's
on.
cool.
Obviously, it's not native. um, it's it's kind of mild. That's what I want to say. Kind of subtle in a sense of resentment, in a sense of even wariness, if that makes sense. Because before you had a hostility, obvious hostility, but now you get the man who's just tired and wanna, he wants to take care of his child.
Yep. Yep.
That's what I
That's what
feel.
because when I was streaming those games, people were saying who would win, young Kratos or old Kratos. Now I said I think it's kind of a draw because young Kratos had the fury and he had the anger,
Mm,
but old Kratos developed into this one who wants to protect Atreus. So that would probably make him fight even more
yes.
because yeah. So it's really well written. Like you said, it's like they brought the child in, and that's what his fatherhood's kicked in, and
Yes.
that's what he wants to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a really, really well written
Two
character.
different
Yeah.
motives, exactly, two different motives, two different
Hmm.
driving forces, but still the same ferocity, same energy. That's, well, not the energy really. You do get him kind of bit tired, but maybe that would that same fear for others, for his own son is that would push him to win, to tip the scales.
Yeah. 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 Because he lost his family in the originals. He was tricked
Yes.
into killing them, and
Yes.
then obviously he doesn't want that to happen again. Yeah. Have you picked a character yet, Emmy?
Yeah, I was
Do
gonna
you know?
say,
Do we want
Emma,
to
you
hear
got
yours? Want to see what's your favorite movie? Let's go with that one.
I don't really have favourite movie. I just have favourite games more than anything.
Okay. What's your favorite game?
You know what my favourite game is.
I don't.
We're going to have to bring it back up. So it would be Assassin's Creed 2 Ezio Auditore.
Mm.
Okay.
He
And
would be
who's
my
your favorite
all-time
character in
favourite.
that though? Who's the
I told
favorite?
you,
Who's someone?
Ezio.
Ezio. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Mainly
Yeah.
from Steinfeld at the beginning, you have this cocky teenager, no care in the world.
Mm.
Something happens, and then you see that character grow over 3 games, all over 3 games, and you see that character grow from like this cocky little teenager to this wise old man, and you're with him every single step of the way, and it's just brilliant.
I
I
understand.
love him as a character as well.
I understand. So you also value the development of the character. I
Oh, yeah.
understand. I understand. But I feel also like a character doesn't necessarily need to develop to go through this arc just to be a good character. What do I mean by that? For example, Death, the character in Puss in the Boots, he doesn't have an arc. He doesn't have an arc. I don't know if any of you guys watched it. They call
Is
him
it
the
Puss in
villain.
Boots 2?
The Puss in the Boots, the latest one,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
where
I've seen the late. I've seen the
where
first.
he's on his last life. It starts off that way. Sorry, chef.
Oh, it
But
starts off that way. Okay.
but Death, the character, really is the wolf. Let's say he is the wolf. He doesn't go through much of an arc, but he's still very much rememberable. He's simple in his motives. He just came there to do the job. That's it. You know, he came there to do the job, but still he is very memorable. I still find it hard to deconstruct it, what exactly makes him memorable, but he just is, for example, for me.
From what I remember, he had a presence about him. Like he was
Oh yeah.
just this big looming thing that you knew was coming after Puss in Boots,
Yes,
and
yes.
he was quite scary. Yeah. If what I've seen in a kids' film, he was quite a sort of scary character as well, which is sort of like wasn't the sort of thing you expect in the Shrek universe. He was just sort of very different, but very good. Like, yeah,
This
Yes.
thing.
like, let's have a look. Yeah, that's him.
Yes. I
Yeah,
didn't mean I meant more of a personality, but you are absolutely right, Ben. The character design is everything also. Like character design, when it comes to animation, character design is everything. And also the first impressions, because he is terrifying. But I meant as in more of a character, the character, the
yeah,
personality. That's what I meant. But from the exterior point of view, you're completely right.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like also seduction plays a huge part. What do I mean by that? For example, you have a character. For let's say, why are all the villains successful? Why are they successful? What the best characters? They're smart. They're cunning. It's something that we want for ourselves as well. And I feel like sometimes they present the darkest parts of human psyche. I'm not obviously saying about some traumatic characters, but the darkest parts of the human psyche. And even sometimes you find yourself cheering for the villain, and that's how you know the villain has seduced you, because you are cheering for the villain. And how they, for example, expose their humanity, they expose their vulnerability in some parts. But yeah, that's also what I feel is a huge factor.
Who is your favorite villain though? Who of all time of anything?
I told you.
Who- Did you?
I introduced him, the priest from
Okay,
the
yeah,
I'm gonna high
follow,
five to
follow.
that. I'm
Yes,
high fiving
Yeah.
to
that yep. I'm horrible
Okay,
with
yeah.
names. I'm horrible with character
Frollo.
Frollo,
names.
yeah, love
Frollo, yeah.
Frollo,
But
yeah.
he is one of my favorites because he is so terrifying to me.
And
Yeah.
pure evil.
Absolutely
Yeah.
horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
And you don't need to be a big scary bad guy. You just need to be a really thin guy wearing a priest
Twisted.
costume.
Yeah.
Twisted. And he is also
I think-
cunning. He's also very cunning. That's what I feel.
There are a lot of well-written villains that aren't exactly pure, terrifying, evil sort of presence and stuff like
Fairy
that.
godmother
Like,
from Shrek. Come on.
oh, but she had the best song in any movie going. Holding Out for a Hero, sung by ab fab actor. Forgotten her name now.
Jennifer, is it Jennifer?
Yeah,
Jennifer
I'm back.
something, yeah.
Yeah, and it's such a great moment. That part is really well.
Yes,
Jennifer Saunders. That's yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
yes,
She was
yes.
really good. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Right.
I agree. I agree. I don't know. Again, has anyone played Expedition? I forgot the
No,
answers.
not that one.
No.
No, I've seen people. I've seen people play. I think I saw. Did you stream it at one point? I think you
Yes,
did, didn't you?
yes, I did.
Yeah, I think you were the one. Yeah, you were one of the people that streamed it. Yeah, I was watching you.
Mm, oh my God. That was the embarrassing one because of the parries and the dodge and everything. But I will not go into too much detail about that one. It is a masterpiece. Yes. I was so impressed by Expedition 33. Well, the first part, I made a YouTube video literally dissecting every single scene from the pilot, like from the beginning
Yeah.
on in the first arc. I was so inspired and it left me sobbing that's how impactful that game was because of its characters. You simply cannot you simply see how you see yourself in the first hour. You can't believe that you care about them that much. You can't believe that you care about them that much. But there is a critique from my side when it comes to that particular character writing later on. I feel like side characters are not well written. I really wanna explain why, but I can't because I will just ruin it for everyone. So we might come back to this once you guys have played it. And it is
Yeah.
so disappointing on that factor. Still, it's 9 out of 10 for me. 9 out of 10 from everything. Music, composition, everything. Literally, it's perfect. But when it comes to writing the side characters particularly, I do not like it. I feel like it's
Yeah.
lacking because of what you said, about the impact on the main character. I find it lacking. That's what I will just hint, and I will not talk anymore.
A lot of games. A lot of games these days do suffer with that. Though side character, you'll work with them, and then that's it. They'll be gone. I seem to slag these off every recording, but Bethesda games do that a lot. You'll work with someone, and they'll go, "Oh, we're done with that character now. We're not finished."
Skyrim.
And then you just see them wandering the streets, and you're like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'm never going to talk to you again."
But that's the whole point
Yes.
of a side character, though, isn't it? You don't want to give them the attention. They're not the main character.
No, but you want their story to be finished.
Mm.
You don't want them to,
That's grounds for a
yeah.
sequel, then, isn't it? Like a spin-off
Yeah.
series. That's what
Yeah.
all spin-offs are for, aren't they? I mean,
True.
when Breaking Bad was a thing, when Breaking Bad was really popular a good few years ago, obviously Walter White. If we're talking about character development, I think Walter White is absolutely perfect because
Mhm.
obviously you see him at the start of the season, off the start of the series. Just he's like a what is it, high school teacher,
Yeah.
science teacher, and stuff like that. He gets cancer, and then he has to make the money because obviously in America you got to pay for a lot of all your medical bills and stuff like that. So what's better way than selling crack to get money? Sell loads of crack, get loads of money.
We do not endorse that. We do not endorse
Oh no,
that.
please, unless
Where
it's blue.
Crack would like to sponsor us.
Crack might sponsor us. No, but in terms of you're right there. And then come on, keys,
Keys,
bring it back.
keys.
And then side characters like Saul, Better Call Saul, that became the spin-off from that, didn't it? So because everyone he was the favorite side character to that series, so obviously
Him
give
and
him
Mike, yeah,
him
him
and
and
Mike,
Mike,
yeah,
and then they were basically the big ones in Better Call Saul, and they got a really good arc in that as well. And everything
Yeah, I do
switched it
feel
all up.
like there is a delicate delicate balance to be struck when it comes to writing a side character. It is just not a matter of just introducing them and forgetting about them later on. That's just an NPC. Like, oh, you
Yeah,
know, like you
yeah.
once see them once, that they're not even then side character. They're just noise in the background. It's a constant force, in my opinion. It's a constant force that obviously it not constant, but how do I say? It's a push and pull somewhat, in my opinion. Obviously, they will not get too much of a screen time as a main character, but they will be still very important to the main character. Even their death, for example, will be important as a driving force towards main characters. That is a good side character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry
Um,
Potter. Just saying.
yeah.
You know, he was a
Exactly.
side character. His death was
Yeah.
impact.
Exactly.
They're supposed to keep the story going. They're
Yes.
supposed to keep it flowing, but not take center stage. They're not supposed to just step out and go, "I'm here now." But they're supposed to keep the
Isn't that
characters
what
and everything.
happened to Pirates of the Caribbean? Wasn't it actually meant to be about Will Turner originally?
Maybe I didn't know. I don't know.
And then Jack Sparrow
So
kind of came along and he became the
I
main character.
know the original trilogy was supposed to be Will and Elizabeth's story
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
with Jack Sparrow as just coming along.
Yeah.
Because I saw that in an interview with Orlando Bloom, but
Mhm.
because he shone so bright with Jack Sparrow,
Yep. He kind of
everything
took it.
became the
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow story. So
Yeah.
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 Unfortunately, when you're up against Johnny Depp, that's what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There is a pet peeve of mine when it comes to writing main character deaths, but for the sake of redemption. That was so overused back in the day, and even still sometimes. But I feel like, it sends a wrong message to the audience because
Mhm.
when it's death, you're dead. Yes, some might obviously might be a pushing point for somebody else, but you're done. There will, you need to do better through your actions. Redemption arc is there. I just feel like that is a coward's way. Obviously, there are main character deaths that are so good. For example, Arthur Morgan. You have it
Mhm.
devastating. Red Dead Redemption. Arthur Morgan, absolutely devastating death. Who else? Cowboy Bebop's Spike, absolutely.
Mhm.
All of those are very good written main character deaths. Obviously, you will have to put spoiler on this.
Spoiler alert.
There's a lot of spoilers today.
Exactly.
What?
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers.
Exactly. But we are
um.
talking about characters
Yeah.
and the writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a huge pet peeve of mine: redemption through death, through sacrifice. I find it lazy writing in most cases. Um, some might not agree with me. I just feel like a lot of times we can just do like in real life. You can correct things, or at least try to correct things while living.
Yeah. One main character death that seemed to shock everyone, but I didn't really find that shocking, was Iron Man in the MCU.
Oh, okay.
It was just it was good. It was time Robert Downey Jr. like gave up the character and stuff like that because he'd been in it for ages. But it was just like, yeah, he's dead now. And it was, to me, it's like, yeah, everyone's like,
All right
oh
then.
my God, he dies. And I was just there like,
I agree with you. I agree with
yeah,
you. I agree with you.
yeah,
It didn't feel, you know why? Because it didn't feel sudden and it felt natural. It felt like, okay, he is a superhero. He it will obviously, do something of a huge magnitude. Um, but I totally agree with you. Yes, that
yeah.
his death is expected. not really that surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think they tried to do so in the comic books, DC comics.
Mm.
Superman dies to Doomsday. I think it was in the 90s, and it was everywhere. He'd been killed for the first ever time, and it was in newspapers and everything. Breaking news: Superman's dead. And I think they tried to do something like that. They wanted a massive out, but like it just didn't work as well. Like it
Understand.
wasn't the first. Yeah,
I understand.
like
Yeah.
yeah. Don't get me wrong, I liked Iron Man, and yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail, but since then the MCU's
Do you
been a
not
bit.
do you not think it takes the magic away though that he's obviously he's dead as Iron Man now,
Hmm.
but he's coming back as who is it? Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Who.
Doctor Doom,
Yeah,
yeah,
do. Yeah.
Doctor Doom. Yeah, it's taken it away from me. It's like it's
Yeah.
another variant, and it's like
It's a
okay,
slap in the
cool, yeah.
face for Iron Man's sacrifice.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. I see it for what it is. It's they've seen numbers declining, and now they want to get their big main character back, actor back, and go. We need him back. So they're just it's. Now MCU was never really well written cinema. I'm gonna put that out there. I loved it when it first started. It was never well written. It was fun. It was what I call turn your brain off cinema. You can go in, you turn your brain off, have a good watch for a couple of
I
hours,
agree.
and then leave. There were a few characters in that I really liked. I loved Black Widow. I thought she was great
Mm.
until she lost her accent in, I think it was the third movie she was in. She just had an American accent in the end.
Mm.
I loved Happy Hogan. Happy Hogan is one of my favorites. um, I like the Hulk in the MCU. I don't know why some people don't. But I love the Hulk in everything just because he's a big mess. But yeah, 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 there are gems to be found in the MCU. Like I said,
Understated.
yeah,
Unexpected.
yeah, yeah. I think Black Widow's death hit me more than Iron Man's
Oh yeah, I agree.
because that was a sacrifice, and she didn't want Clint to die. Clint didn't want her to die. It was a big fight. Spoilers once again, guys, but it's been out for a few years now, so cry about it. But it was really, really good.
Yes.
There was
I feel you
yeah,
with that one. My MCU's death of shock of death, whichever you want to call it, was Loki in the first.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think they'd keep because of how popular Tom Hiddleston was as Loki. I didn't think they'd get him
and it
dead,
was like
you
right
know?
at the beginning of the first Endgame, wasn't it? It was the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
half Endgame, which I have still not seen the second half, and no one's going to spoil it for me. I don't care. I will watch it in my own
yeah. It was
time.
in the first like half an hour of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Talking about deaths, though, the one that we have mentioned is Game of Thrones. Like I said, they had a lot of good characters in, but you weren't. The rule was, especially back then with TV shows like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, don't get too attached to the characters.
Well, it
And I
was
think you said it
just
best,
all over
Cozy.
the
You said,
place, weren't it?
yeah, you said it best when you said the deaths were just done too much. Then
Mm.
with things like that, they were like, "Oh, is he gonna die? Keep you on your seats. This is what are going to keep people coming in." And it get people coming in. I'll give you that. But some of the deaths were just a bit.
Yeah. Ned Stark's
Yeah,
that was I feel like it got took everyone by surprise, and
yeah,
it just, kind of, that shock effect kind of loses its effect, especially because he introduced the revival later on, like the zombie-esque, uh right, like the zombie-esque kind of revival scheme. Then the death later on really doesn't matter,
yeah.
somehow, at least I feel that way. Um, when it comes to death, character deaths, I wanted to mention one, but it's so niche. In Boys, I don't know if you have watched The Boys.
Oh yes, I love the boys.
His girlfriend,
The TV show. I was gonna
exactly.
say, pardon, Ben.
The first episode, the
Uh,
girlfriend, that shocked me.
Mm,
That absolutely shocked me, and you didn't see it coming. It was that much more significant. It obviously told you about the stakes, told you about everything that you need to know about that universe, about that story. And when it's introduced that early, it really sets the narrative.
yep.
Boop.
We're going to take a quick break. Gonna go and get a drink and a word from our sponsors.
Wake up, rise up, feel that spark, be energy. We're lighting up the dark, no jitters, no crash, just purity light. Sugar-free magic, we're taking flight. Duffy energy, we're the vibe you crave. Big energy's got nothing, we're the wave you save. 15 flavors, oh what a treat. Some more's to use, who can't be beat?
It was a
We didn't even need to
presentation on that
announce.
one.
She knew what was coming.
I saw you guys do that before. I was
No.
even thinking the cow.
Yeah, milking the
Milk the
cow,
cow,
milking the cow.
Why?
I didn't
No,
know
it just-
it
it
was
gets-
sexual.
It
gets
came in
more-
like episode 4, I think. Like we just
And
for
it just
some
gets
reason
more
yeah.
awkward each time we do it.
It does.
Amazing.
People seem to think we're calling them names. So we talked about well-written characters, well-written arcs, and stuff like that. Let's turn it on its head a bit. What do you think is some of the worst written characters and some of the worst written arcs and stuff like that? What characters did you not like?
I think, well, listen, I'll be honest here. I haven't played much of the Dragon Age Whaleguard, but what I have played and what I have seen, Tash, is horrible. I'm not gonna even I'm not even gonna be touching on gender, nothing there. No, nothing. I'm talking purely about the dialogues that they have introduced there. What was it? You like fruits? And then it was so weird. It was so odd, firstly. Like dialogue is obviously one of the main things that makes the story go forward. It tells a lot about the character. It was a disaster, in my opinion. Firstly. Secondly, the character is extremely rude. Obviously not introspective. Absolutely no self-awareness whatsoever. And you got a whole community. Well, not community. It's basically the party of other characters that are just bending, not producing any kind of resistance to the whims of a horrible character. You have, for example, amazing development. Same company, BioWare, in Mass Effect trilogy. You have the red guy. I forgot his name, Brock or something like that.
Rex.
Yes, you have him. You have in second, you also have the same species, but I honestly forgot the name. Hold on, let me just Google it, please. Do you while I Google it, please somebody else answer their question.
Okay, so worst character I hated the most, one that I couldn't stand watching. God, I have to think because there's quite a few of them. I'm going to go to the DCEU and I'm going to say this is going to be quite a thing because I liked Henry Cavill as Superman, but I didn't like his Lois Lane.
Mm.
and I can't remember who played her. I felt she was just not Lois Lane enough. She would, because I know Lois Lane does the damsel in distress, but that's kind of written out of it now, which I'm glad of because I hated that sort of thing. But her in that, she was just, I don't know, she just didn't feel like she was there.
Mm.
And for me, Superman needs that backup from Lois Lane to say, well, this needs doing, this needs doing. You know, like in the new one, she was there, she was a presence.
Right.
In that and Batman versus Superman, she just didn't feel like she made much of an impact to it.
Mm.
I couldn't stand her.
Right. Right.
It's good actress. She's been in other things and she's really good. It's just the writing let her down really bad. And I'm a big DC fan.
The recent Superman. Are you talking about the recent Superman?
Man of Steel. Man of Steel.
Okay, okay.
And
Because
Henry
I
Cavill.
really
Yeah,
didn't like the latest one. Also,
did you not? No.
no, I did
Oh, well,
not.
I'm gonna have to go.
I did not because it felt so all over the place. It felt
Okay,
like
yeah.
you were all of a sudden dropped into chaos. It's kind of like a conversation where you interrupt, or you get into this group and you try to assimilate yourself into conversation, but you cannot because obviously they have already started the talk and the topic. You're trying to grasp at the previous memory that serves you what you know about that universe, but you're finding yourself obviously not obviously blank. And also like nothing is somehow there is no natural way of development. What was it? There was initially introduced another villain at the beginning, but it somehow got swept away. That's my memory is horrible, and I watched it 2 weeks ago, and but I still know Grunt. That is the character that I wanted to say, and also Rex.
Yeah.
My memory is horrible. I do apologize for that. Also for my postpartum brain, still very much recovering. But yeah, that's how unimpactful it was for me because I forgot all of the. I cannot tell you, for example, in a single line how it went. I can't. I just know he went to get help from Majestic 4, was it? Then all of a sudden, a wormhole, he got taken, etc., etc. And also, I didn't really like the character of Lois Lane there.
No?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Yeah.
Because she was kind of. I see what they were trying to do. I don't know what is it like in the comic. I don't know. But I felt that they were kind of trying to introduce a character that obviously does have some emotional avoidances, like different kind of approach to a relationship. Very avoidant, very how do I say that? Not as active in a sense of they say that not taking initiative and not taking initiative
Blasé.
when it comes
Just
to him.
blasé.
Yes, when it comes to him. Yes, she did go ahead, helped to save him, but when it comes to her own emotional development, I felt like it just came from A to B in with no sense at all, because most of the time she was away from him and somehow that, I guess, heart grew fonder. And initially she was like, no, we're just, this is just a situationship, he is not my boyfriend. But at the end of the movie you got her saying, I love you. It just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense at all. How did she realize that? Because he was away, because he was in danger, and she had to win him. Like, she had to save.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah, so he was the
opinion.
damsel in distress this
Yes,
time round. So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
I didn't notice that. You've ruined the whole. I love that film. You ruined it all for me.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just a different perspective.
Don't worry.
It's just a
Yeah,
different perspective.
yeah.
Because once you
Yeah,
see it, you can't unsee it. There was no moments of tenderness that would later on compensate for that. They were at the beginning.
Yeah.
They were at the beginning,
Yeah.
but she was only once confronted with her feelings that she was obviously trying to reject. She's like, no, he's not my boyfriend, whatever. But in a span of movie, and there was nothing significant that would indicate that sudden change of yeah, I accept it now, I accept my feelings for him. It just didn't make sense for me. Obviously there are a lot of people who find it logical, but I feel like it's also because they were really trying to take after older movies, the older movies when things were simpler. Like there was no need to delve further into the its and bits of development of relationship development. I just feel like they went after the older movies in a sense.
Yeah. Chef Emmy, any characters you really hated through being really poorly written though? What's the one that you just can't think of?
Everyone from the Twilight Saga.
Just everyone. Fuck 'em all.
Expound.
Come on, where do you
Expound.
start? Where do you start?
Actually, you got
We're
Charlie.
gonna say you like
You
it.
got Charlie, her father. Imagine the writing from his perspective. That would be a horror movie.
That'd be better.
Yeah.
That'd be better.
A horror movie. Like he sees his daughter just simply drifting away from him, and he sees
Yeah.
her pale and at the brink of death. And it's horrifying from his perspective. But I
Yeah,
love
but the actual films and the characters themselves, so weren't great. Put it that way.
Hmm. How about you, Chef?
Oh well, I don't know how controversial it is, but Anakin Skywalker.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I do believe his character was a little bit flat. They could have done a lot more with him. Like he was supposed to be like this chosen one, like the one that was supposed to bring balance to the Force and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
why did they make his character so dull?
True.
Like seriously.
I think the fallen hero trope was done by then, though. We'd had it so many times that like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I'm
mean,
fed up with
I
being
respect
hero.
it. It wasn't the first films to come out in that
Mhm.
in like that's the saga of Star Wars.
Yeah.
They had to make that after the first film was made, but they could have just done so much more.
Yeah. They
for his
could
character,
really
really.
could have. It's a shame because Star Wars is one of my favorite movies of all time. Love
Well,
him.
yeah, this is what I
You
mean.
know?
Like, this is why I said controversial. I didn't know if you were going to bite on that one or
No,
not.
no, fuck off. I love Anakin. He's my real dad.
He's my real dad, I tell you.
I'm the forgotten Skywalker.
All right, chill out, Luke Skywalker. Go drink some weird green
Blue
milk,
milk.
you bastard. Another one as well, which I didn't like. Did you ever see the Dragon Ball film, the live action film?
Right, so here's my confession: is I've seen about 3 episodes of Dragon Ball.
Also,
My-
oh, okay.
I've seen the live action film, and even for someone who isn't a Dragon Ball fan, I hated it. It was just so bad. It just couldn't get into it. Like, and someone actually said to me, "Since you've never seen the cartoons, you might like it." And I've sat there, I'm like, "The fuck is this?" Like, I watched it all, and it were bad.
Well, it came out during the time where people were like rebooting stuff to kind of like make it friendly, like new user friendly kind of thing. Like they did it with Final Fantasy 15, didn't they? When that came out, it actually stated on the loading screen that this Final Fantasy is for like new and old players, old fans of the game. So
Happened
there
with Avatar: Legend of Aang, didn't it? The live action one
Yeah.
of that. It was bad. Yeah.
Didn't watch it.
it's mad, but yeah. You
No,
didn't
it
watch
was,
it?
don't bother.
I
bother.
didn't. I didn't. But I find it fascinating when you mentioned Dragon Ball, and you in recent anime, for example, you always have that character. For example, the boy, right? He's weak, and later on, he works to get where he will be later on. But sometimes they overdo it. What do I mean by that? Just the industry overdoes it too much, too many times.
The
Too
classic
many
rag to
times.
riches.
Mhm.
Too many
Yeah.
times. It is a cliche, and there is obviously appeal to it. But when you get every second, like what I think initially also Sword Art Online was very big, very very into it at the beginning. And also Shield Hero anime. It's very
Mm.
niche. I will not blame you if you didn't see it. But Solo Leveling, oh my god. I look, I don't know if you guys know the concept of that manhwa.
I've heard of that one where he's just keeps leveling up. Yeah, someone at work's told me about that.
Which one? Sword Art?
Solo
Solo
Leveling.
leveling.
Listen, I when it first came out in manhwa, I was so hooked. But that was, I think, what was 5 years ago or something. It was a long time. And recently anime came out. I watched it. And then I find myself thinking, what is so appealing about this?
Mm.
Every single episode, like, listen, he starts off as an underdog, but later on, like, literally every episode is almost the same. Almost every episode is the same. And then I find myself confused because it's not that different from manhwa, like manga. Like, this is manhwa, Korean novel. Like, I cannot for the life of me figure out why was I hooked. Why? I can't. Maybe it was just like that part where he collects shadows, kind of like Pokemon. Uh, but differently approached to. But yeah, just like Pokemon, he collects shadows, and I feel like maybe that would be its appeal. Like, what new shadow will he obtain? But still,
Yeah.
he is so overpowered, and every episode will be the same but different in that sense. It's odd. You must check it out, and when you do, you will find yourself hooked for some reason, as I said.
It's just anime for you, though, isn't it? Like, if you find a right good anime, it always sucks you in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I used to really love Assassinations Classroom for that. I can kind of understand what you were saying there a little bit, because like every single episode would be like, can they actually finally destroy Kuro Sensei? No.
Yeah.
And then it's the tearjerker right at the end,
Yes.
which is upsetting.
I did start watching that one. I did start
Ooh.
watching that one. And yeah.
You need to watch it all, Cozy. Seriously.
I need to watch it all. Okay. But yeah,
brought tear to my eye.
exactly. It hooks you in. It hooks you in, even though most probably next episode will be the same. It's a masterpiece in that sense of seduction. That's again.
Well, it just with anime, like, so carry on with anime, is like they do, don't they? They always leave it on a cliffhanger because they want you to tune in next week
Yeah.
to watch the next episode and stuff. You see it a lot with Naruto, and again with Dragon Ball Z and stuff. Is that kind of like, next week, can we see if Goku will defeat Frieza? Who will know? Tune in.
Before we start wrapping it up, I want to piss off every Dragon Ball fan that is listening, watching,
Don't you do it.
everything. And I'm going to say it. Superman would beat Goku with one hand tied behind his back. He would fuck him up. I don't care what anyone says. And it's going to be
Goku's a
great.
god?
I'll do
I
you
don't
one
care. So
better.
Superman.
He's a god?
I'll do you one better. Sailor Moon could beat both of them.
What?
Canonically, it's canon. Sailor Moon can beat both
Okay.
of them. Look it up.
I'm not having this, but
I am not imagining. Like, look it up. It's canon. She can beat them.
I wanted to make a clip of this, and you need to make a clip of this and get
Yeah.
everyone.
Right, one sec. It says here, Sailor Moon would likely beat Goku because her powers involve reality manipulation, multiversal level power, and cosmic abilities that Goku, despite his immense physical strength, has few counters to. Okay, that's
Okay.
interesting. I'm gonna have to say, right, but that says that's Goku though.
Sorry,
Superman.
not sorry.
Let's
Oh,
be honest.
it's a bit different for Superman. It says it all depends on which version
Of Sailor
of
Moon.
each characters are fighting.
Mm.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
Sailor Moon and Superman, because don't
Well,
forget.
I've always said this, and it comes from Stan Lee himself. It doesn't matter what character you think would win; it's all down to the writer.
Yeah.
It's whoever's writing it. So, like in The Dark Knight Returns, I don't know if you know that's when Superman and Batman have a big fight, and Batman wins. And I'm a massive Batman fan. I'm going to say this: Superman could just go super speed up with his neck.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no. But Batman with prep time, he had a lot of weapons against Superman. So the one thing Batman says is, deep down, Clark's a good person, but deep down, I'm not, and that's why he's going to win.
Mm.
Well, yeah,
Superman
because
won't go-
he'll
Mm.
use dirty tactics like
Mhm.
kryptonite and stuff, whereas
And let's
Superman
be
and he
honest,
did.
guys, none of these people or things will beat Grumpus.
Yeah, Grumpus. Grumpus will
Grumpus.
destroy everyone.
But on that note, guys, I do believe we have grumbled, and mumbled, moaned and groaned a lot about well-written characters. Talked about it. We've had a good time. It's been amazing.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in, Cozy. It
You're
has been
welcome.
amazing having you here.
Thank you.
Lovely speaking you
Suggestions
to you
for
properly,
next.
And I was just about to say,
Oh, sorry,
do you have anyone you would like to see on the show in a future episode? know-
I do. It's Kit. It's Ethereal Gamer. You see
Okay.
her usually coming on my stream.
Okay.
And she is so lovely, so amazing, and I really think that you guys would
Mhm.
have such a good time. But yeah.
Yeah.
While I do have this, by the way, moment, I would like to apologize for plenty of brain fogs of mine.
No,
You
you
don't
were
have
right.
to apologize.
You were great.
we it's either Monday mornings or brain frogs for us. So like we
Keys,
had to choose, yeah.
keys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Part of the ship, part of the crew
and
calls
my
you.
poor
Yeah.
memory in plenty of instances. So yeah, I do apologize.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
You're
and thank you
welcome.
everyone for listening. We will be back next week with another episode of Monday Mornings. And I'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Monday mornings, wake up, let's go. TikTok's buzzing, it's the best show. Laughs and caffeine, that's the vibe. Grumpus growls and we all subscribe.